In the heart of Los Angeles, 17-year-old Julian Martinez was found lifeless under mysterious circumstances. As investigators delved deeper, a shocking revelation emerged. A trusted community pastor named Raymond was hiding a sinister secret. Julian Martinez was a vibrant teenager known for his infectious smile and aspirations for a brighter future. On September 10, 2022, his life was tragically cut short, leaving his family and the Garden Grove community in profound grief. The initial investigation into Julian's death yielded few leads, leaving his loved ones desperate for answers. As the case stagnated, whispers began to circulate about a prominent local figure, Pastor Raymond, a man revered for his dedication to his congregation. Despite his outward piety, rumors hinted at a concealed life, one that contradicted his public persona. Determined to uncover the truth, detectives revisited the evidence, focusing on Pastor Raymond's relationship with Julian. Through interviews and surveillance, they discovered that the pastor had been mentoring Julian, a connection that initially seemed benign. However, inconsistencies in Raymond's statements and testimonies from other youths painted a more troubling picture. As the investigation intensified, forensic evidence linked Raymond to the scene of Julian's death. Faced with mounting evidence, Raymond confessed to the crime, revealing a pattern of abuse that had remained hidden for years. The community was left in shock, grappling with the betrayal of a man they had trusted implicitly. Julian's family, while devastated, found some solace in the truth coming to light, hoping that justice would prevent such tragedies in the future. But before we go on, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more chilling stories like this. On the evening of September 10th, 2022, 17-year-old Julian Martinez attended a house party in the 12,500 block of Leroy Avenue in Garden Grove, California, just a short distance from his home. The gathering was typical for a Saturday night, filled with laughter and music, as local teens enjoyed the weekend respite. Julian, known for his sociable nature, was seen interacting with friends, sharing stories about his recent achievements and plans for the future. Throughout the evening, he was in high spirits, capturing moments on his phone and engaging in light-hearted banter. As the night progressed, Julian stepped outside, possibly to get some fresh air or take a call. It was then that tragedy struck. Gunshots echoed through the neighborhood, sending partygoers into a frenzy. Rushing to the source of the commotion, they found Julian lying on the ground, unresponsive. Despite immediate efforts to save him, Julian succumbed to his injuries, leaving a community in mourning and a family shattered by grief. The sudden and violent nature of Julian's death left many in disbelief, struggling to comprehend how such a promising young life could be so abruptly ended. In the days following the incident, the Garden Grove community grappled with a mix of sorrow and fear. Vigils were held in Julian's honor, with friends and family sharing heartfelt memories of a young man who had touched many lives. Local authorities urged anyone with information to come forward, emphasizing the importance of community cooperation in bringing the perpetrator to justice. As detectives delved into the circumstances surrounding Julian's death, they faced the daunting task of piecing together the events of that fateful night. Initial interviews with party attendees provided limited information, as the chaos following the gunshots left many details obscured. Surveillance footage from nearby establishments was reviewed, but yielded few leads. The lack of immediate evidence made the investigation challenging, but the determination to find justice for Julian remained steadfast. Detectives arrived at the scene on the 12,500 block of Leroy Avenue shortly after the shooting was reported around 10:50 p.m. The area was cordoned off as officers began their meticulous examination of the crime scene. Evidence markers dotted the vicinity, highlighting bullet casings and personal belongings scattered in the aftermath of the incident. Forensic teams worked diligently, capturing photographs, collecting physical evidence, and documenting every detail that could provide insights into the perpetrator's identity. Investigators canvassed the neighborhood, knocking on doors and interviewing residents in search of witnesses. Some neighbors recounted hearing gunshots and observing a group of individuals fleeing the scene, but concrete leads remained elusive. The media quickly picked up the story, broadcasting images of the crime scene and pleas from Julian's grieving family. News outlets displayed photographs of Julian, a promising young man whose life was cut short, alongside images of the crime scene, urging anyone with information to come forward. As days turned into weeks, the initial surge of tips began to wane. Detectives revisited the evidence, analyzing surveillance footage from nearby establishments and reviewing social media activity for any clues. Despite their efforts, the case grew cold, leaving the community in a state of unease. In a bid to generate new leads, authorities considered offering a reward for information, leading to an arrest. Julian's mother, Patricia Martinez, remained steadfast in her pursuit of justice, participating in press conferences and community vigils to keep her son's memory alive and the investigation active. Amid the ongoing investigation, detectives identified a person of interest, Pastor Raymond, a well-respected community leader known for his mentorship of local youth. His close relationship with Julian raised questions, prompting investigators to delve deeper into his background and interactions with the victim. As the investigation progressed, the focus on Pastor Raymond intensified. Detectives scrutinized his alibi, conducted interviews with congregation members, and examined his digital communications. The once trusted pastor now found himself under the microscope as law enforcement sought to uncover the truth behind Julian's untimely death. The community watched with bated breath as the investigation into Julian Martinez's murder took an unexpected turn, revealing potential secrets that threatened to upend their perception of a trusted figure. Pastor Raymond had long been regarded as a pillar of the community. Leading the local congregation for over 2 decades, he was known for his passionate sermons and dedication to youth outreach programs. Many parents entrusted their children to his guidance, believing he provided a safe haven amidst the challenges of urban life. However, as detectives delved deeper into his past, a different narrative began to emerge. Several former congregation members recounted instances where Pastor Raymond's behavior had raised red flags. One individual who wished to remain anonymous recalled an incident where the pastor had insisted on private counseling sessions late at night, which made them uncomfortable. Another former member mentioned that Raymond had a tendency to become overly involved in the personal lives of young congregants, often crossing boundaries that others found inappropriate. Despite these unsettling accounts, no formal complaints had ever been filed against Pastor Raymond. His reputation and standing in the community seemed to have shielded him from scrutiny. Many were reluctant to voice their concerns, fearing backlash or disbelief. The breakthrough came when detectives uncovered a series of text messages between Julian and Pastor Raymond. The exchanges started innocuously, discussing church events and schoolwork. However, as time progressed, the tone of the messages shifted. Pastor Raymond began sending Julian late-night texts, inquiring about his personal feelings, and urging him to meet privately outside of church grounds. Further investigation revealed that Julian had confided in a close friend about his discomfort with the pastor's advances. He mentioned feeling trapped, expressing fear that rejecting Raymond's attention might lead to repercussions within the community. This friend, deeply troubled by Julian's revelations, provided a statement to the authorities, shedding light on the possible motive behind the tragedy. Armed with this new evidence, detectives began to piece together a narrative that pointed toward a darker side of Pastor Raymond, one that contradicted his public persona. The community was left in shock as the investigation unveiled secrets that many wished had remained hidden. As the case against Pastor Raymond strengthened, the question remained: how could someone so trusted betray the very individuals they were meant to protect? The conviction of Pastor Raymond for the murder of Julian Martinez sent shockwaves through the community, leaving deep and lasting impacts on the victim's family, the congregation, and the broader public. Julian's family was devastated by the loss of their beloved son and brother. The trial's revelations intensified their grief as they grappled with the betrayal by a trusted community leader. The emotional toll was immense, leading them to seek therapy and support from counseling groups specializing in trauma and loss. In honor of Julian's memory, the Martinez family established the Julian Martinez Foundation, aiming to raise awareness about the dangers of unchecked authority figures and to provide resources for young individuals in need. The church, once a sanctuary for its members, became a focal point of controversy and introspection. congregants experienced a profound sense of betrayal, struggling to reconcile their faith with the actions of their former pastor. Attendance dwindled as trust eroded, and many members sought spiritual solace elsewhere. The church leadership initiated internal reviews, implementing stricter protocols to prevent future abuses and to restore the congregation's faith in their institution. The broader community grappled with the dual shock of losing a promising young man and uncovering the dark actions of a respected leader. Public forums and town hall meetings were organized, providing spaces for residents to express their feelings, ask questions, and seek collective healing. Local organizations collaborated to offer counseling services, workshops on recognizing abuse, and educational programs to foster a safer environment for all. The case prompted a reevaluation of policies regarding the oversight of individuals in positions of authority. Legislators proposed bills aimed at increasing transparency and accountability within religious and community organizations. Educational institutions and youth programs adopted more rigorous background checks and training sessions to identify and prevent potential abuses. Pastor Raymond was sentenced to life imprisonment without the possibility of parole, a verdict that many felt delivered justice for Julian and his family. The case left an indelible mark on the community, serving as a somber reminder of the importance of vigilance and the need to hold leaders accountable. It also highlighted the resilience of a community united in its pursuit of healing and the prevention of future tragedies. As the investigation into Julian Martinez's tragic death unfolded, several alternative theories and controversies emerged, adding complexity to an already intricate case. Given the prevalence of gang activity in certain areas of Los Angeles, investigators initially explored the possibility that Julian's death was the result of gang violence. However, no substantial evidence linked Julian to any gang affiliations, and this theory was eventually dismissed. Detectives considered whether Julian had personal conflicts that could have led to his murder. Interviews with friends and family revealed no known enemies or disputes, making this theory unlikely. The possibility that Julian was a victim of a random crime was also examined. However, the specific circumstances and evidence suggested a more targeted act, leading investigators to focus elsewhere. The arrest of Pastor Raymond, a respected community leader, led to divisions within the community. Some members staunchly defended him, while others felt betrayed, causing tension and heated debates. The case attracted significant media attention, with some outlets accused of sensationalizing the story. This led to concerns about the impact on the victim's family and the integrity of the judicial process. Questions arose regarding the fairness of the trial, including debates over the admissibility of certain evidence and the potential for bias among jurors. Given the various facets of this case, we invite you to reflect and share your thoughts. Do you believe justice was fully served in this case? Share your perspectives in the comments below. As we conclude this in-depth exploration of the tragic case of Julian Martinez and Pastor Raymond, we invite you to join our community dedicated to uncovering and discussing compelling true crime stories. If you found this deep dive into true crime compelling, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth stories. Don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest content. Your engagement not only supports our work, but also fosters a community of informed and thoughtful true crime enthusiasts. We encourage you to share your insights, theories, and reflections in the comments below. Your perspective adds valuable depth to these discussions. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to exploring more cases with you in future episodes.